Hello, wonderful beings. I am Anisha, and this is Wheel of Wisdom, episode number 81. And I welcome you with an open heart. I am so happy to have you here. I would love to know, are you joining this live for the very first time or have you been here before? So, yeah, feel free to drop in hi or, which part of the world you're joining us from. I would love to get to know you a little bit before we continue with the live, before we begin it. Hi, Caitlin. Welcome. So very happy to see you. I'm the first one here. I love, starting these lives with your face on, seeing your face as the first thing as I start the live. So Caitlin says, hi, here from Hudson Valley, New York. Beautiful, wonderful. And how is everything at, your side of the world? How is everything with you, Caitlin? If you feel called to share that. And if not, then that's also okay because I know you join us during like mornings, and mornings are pretty busy. So yeah, you can just, you know, you can choose to stay quiet as well. Caitlin says, all good, thanks. Been busy with family and creativity. Wonderful. Then I hope to, get to know more about your creative projects. And yeah, I hope that they go your way or maybe even better than you expected. Okay, so yeah, so now we are going to begin with the first part of this live, which is a meditation. So yeah, so as some of you might know that we, start these lives with a small meditation, like a 5 or 10 minute meditation, so that we can open ourselves and we can raise our vibrations to receive that higher wisdom. So if you are ready for the meditation, you can type ready and we can begin with the meditation. And if anyone is joining us for the very first time, then you can let me know. And yeah, I will, share with you what we do in these lives. Okay, Caitlin is ready. Wonderful. So, yeah, let's begin with the meditation. Hi, Paulette. Welcome. Happy to have you here. And is this your first time, Paulette? And if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, then you are welcome to correct me as well. Okay, I'm going to take one last step and we can then begin. Paulette says you are correct, and I've been here a few times. Okay, wonderful. Then welcome back. I am so happy that you got something of value from the previous lives and you're coming back. And I hope that this live also brings you and everyone present here, you know, some love, something valuable. Okay, so let's begin. Begin by coming into a comfortable position You can choose to sit, stand, or lie down, whatever your body needs right now. Allowing your spine to be naturally tall with a slight curve in the lower back, and allow your head to be in alignment with the spine, rolling your shoulders back and resting your hands either in your lap, on your knees, or by the sides of your body. And if you feel safe, allow your eyes to close, or alternatively, you can choose to lower your gaze, looking downward at the floor. And to settle in, take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And now that you arrive in the here and now, bring to your mind someone. It can be a friend, a stranger, or even someone you find challenging. So think of any person that comes to your mind for this practice. As in this practice, we are going to connect with the humanness in this other person. So visualize their face, look into their eyes, and feel their presence with you. And now silently repeat, just like me, this person has a body and a mind. Just like me, this person has felt pain and sadness. Just like me, this person has known joy and laughter. Just like me, this person longed to feel safe and loved. Just like me, they try and struggles and hope, just like me, they are doing their best with what they know. Take a moment to feel the truth of that. And as this truth lands deep within you, remind yourself for one last time, again visualizing this person, whoever you need to pay attention to in this practice. This person is a human being just like me, worthy of compassion and kindness, just like me. And now allow your awareness to expand to all living beings all around the world and repeat silently, just like me. Every being wants to be free from suffering, just like me. Every being wants to be free of suffering, just like me. Every being wants to be free of suffering, so let this feeling of shared humanity rest in you as you continue your day. And for now, we are going to return back to our bodies. So become aware of your whole body. Noticing yourself breathing in this moment, becoming aware of the surface beneath you, and whenever you feel ready, allow yourself to open your eyes, keeping the essence of this practice still within your heart, and connect back to the space around you. Welcome back. If you feel called to share your experience in the chat, then you are welcome to do so. And if not, then you can just press the heart to let me know that the practice resonated with you. Okay. Hi, Robin. So nice to see you here. I hope that you enjoyed the meditation if you were able to. Hi, Lisa. Lisa says, sorry, I'm late. Hello, Anisha. Hi, Lisa. I am hoping that you are just in time. Maybe you were meant to receive the, message and maybe skip the meditation for today. Who knows? Yeah, so we are going to soon move on to the next part of this live now that we are more open after the meditation. Okay. And in case anyone missed the meditation, you can always, check out the replay of this live in the, in the about section of my profile. So there is a link tree there and through which you can see Wheel of Wisdom replays. So you're welcome to play the meditation again and practice. Or if you liked it and you want to do it again, and this meditation is especially helpful if you are, if you are dealing with a difficult person or if you are dealing with someone who frustrated you or irritated you, maybe even just a stranger. So this help us, connect with the humanness and then the compassion naturally flows in or the forgiveness naturally flows in, whatever you want to, allow or want to cultivate and with respect to that person. So yeah, this practice is a very potent starter before you do any of the forgiveness or compassion for others practice. So yeah, you can check it out. And and I already have like a bigger version of this practice known as Just Like Me on my profile. So yeah, you can always check that as well. Okay, let's see the comments and then we will move on to the next part. So I see that some new people have joined us while we were meditating. So welcome to you all. And I really hope that you receive something of value from this live. And yeah, and in case you missed the meditation, just stay tuned. We are going to move on to the fun and the wisdom part very soon, which would involve like spinning a wheel and choosing numbers and stuff like that. Okay, let's see. Susie says, good morning. Good morning, Susie. Nice to have you here. This was a great practice. I needed it. This helped relieve a bit of resentment I have towards the certain person. Yeah, I am super glad that, this practice resonated with what is going on in your life, Susie. And yeah, I'm glad that, the effects of the practice clearly came up for you. Because yeah, this is a very good practice if you're holding resentment or anger towards someone or just simply irritated by someone. It can be even just your sibling. So yeah, it can be like mild to, severe one. Um, yeah, let's see. Jody says, hello, Anisha. I just missed the meditation. Do I find it on your profile so I can do it after your live? Yeah, you can, Jody. Okay, give me a second to show you. Um, yeah, and welcome. I am so happy to have you here, Jody. Okay, so what you can do, Jody, is that to access the replays of these lives, you can go to my profile, okay, and you can go to the about section from there. When you will scroll down, you will see a link tree here. So in that link tree, you will see Wheel of Wisdom replays. So there you will find the recording. And also for this particular meditation, coincidentally, I do have like a track recorded for this on my profile, but it is a very longer version. So yeah, what you can do is that you can scroll all the way down in my profile. Okay. And you can go to this playlist, Mindfulness Meditation Challenge. So I already have like, a just like me meditation here. Mm, yeah, just above day 13. So you will, see that somewhere. You can, check that out. Um, okay. Jody says, thank you. That's wonderful. Beautiful. Okay. Jody says, great. I will do that after the live. Okay, then I would be looking forward to hear about it, hear about your experience of this practice. And if you found the practice to be a longer word, because it is, I think, 35 minutes or something, then I think in the next 4 or 5 days, I am releasing a 10-minute version of this practice as well. So yeah, you can check that out then. Okay. And yeah, let's now move on to the next part of this live. So, let me show you guys the Wheel of Wisdom, especially in case anyone is joining us for the very first time. So, so guys, this is, our Wheel of Wisdom. And this wheel contains the name of 31 books that have been selected out of all the books that I've read in the past 8 years. And before we spin the wheel and the universe, God, divine, angels, or yeah, whatever you believe in, chooses a book for us to do a reading from, I invite you, before we do all of that, I invite you to take a moment to think about, is there anything specific that is going on in your life regarding which you would like some guidance, some clarity, or an area of your life in which you would like some direction? So take a moment to think about it. And if not, then you can just set an intention that may I receive some general guidance for today. And once you think of something, you can press the heart option somewhere here or near your comment and let me know that, yeah, you have thought of something. And we can then move on to spin the wheel and have some fun and dive into some wisdom. Okay, thank you, Jody. It seems like Jody has something in her mind. And other people, have you guys thought of something regarding which you would like some guidance or wisdom? And then we can spin the wheel. Okay, Michelle says she also shared a heart. Wonderful. Okay, we have a lot of hearts. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, so keeping whatever came up for you in your mind, and with that in the mind, in your mind, we're going to spin the wheel. Okay, so the book that came for all of us today is Fail, Fail Again, Fail Better. Wise Advice for Leaping into the Unknown by Pema Chodron. So, yeah, let's see what this beautiful, wonderful book has for us. Give me a second to open the book. And yeah, okay. So, in a moment from now, I am going to ask you guys to choose a number between certain numbers. And I don't want you guys to rush at all. Instead, I want you guys to take a moment to, tune into your intuition and choose a number that comes up for you. And then share that in the comments. And I'm not going to choose a top number, but instead, I'm going to go through the numbers and choose a number randomly, whatever number that I feel called to when I tune into my own intuition. Okay. So give me a second to give you the page numbers. Okay. So the numbers that I invite you guys to choose from is 18 to 106. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Michelle. Let's see, maybe one or two more numbers. Okay. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Jody. Wonderful. So let's see, which number am I feeling called to today? Okay. So the number, okay, before I tell you the number, for anyone who is joining us for the very first time, I want to let you know that whoever number I chooses, it doesn't mean that that reading is just for them. Instead, they are just another source of wisdom because the universe is always, talking to us and yeah, sending us messages and everything. And they are the person through which that message, through which that wisdom is coming up, to us. And since that reading comes up, it means that, since you are here and that reading comes up, it means that you are meant to hear that message. Okay. So with that in mind, the number that came up for me is 21, and the number has been chosen by Michelle for all of us. Thank you so much. Let's see what wants to come through from this page. So, what I'm doing is that as I read some of these books, I highlighted the paragraphs, the things that I found most insightful, and, or the exercises that I found transformative. And yeah, I read that particular highlighted part from this page number that gets chosen. Okay. Okay. So let me show you. Okay. Yeah, I tried to zoom it. Yeah. So the thing that came up on this page number is this message for you guys. Anything is possible. This is by far the smallest piece of reading that came up ever on a particular page, which is three words. So it seems like the universe is saying to you all, whoever is, doubting that would I be able to make it? Should I do it or not? And having all those doubts, that am I capable to do this? Am I good enough? What if I fail? And, or, it seems like a big enough dream. I would not be able to, reach there or whatever. Then the universe is saying anything is possible. Okay. Michelle says, wow. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's just amazing, I guess. Yeah, I have never had such a small reading ever before, and this is like the 81st episode of Wheel of Wisdom. So yeah, thank you so much, Michelle, for letting these words, come up. And I hope that as you go about your day and you doubt yourself or your dreams or your goals or whatever it is, then you remind yourself that anything is possible. Anything is possible for you. not for some other person. You might be like, yeah, maybe she can do it, maybe he can do it, but I can't. So, yeah, anything is possible for you. So, let that be the message that you carry and, hold in your mind as you go about your day. Okay. So, yeah, since there was like a smaller reading from this book, let's go again with another number. So, if anyone new joined, feel free to drop in a number between 18 to 106. And otherwise, I'm going to go with the number mentioned here as well. Okay, thank you, Tina, and welcome. Okay, so let's go and see which number comes up for me for this book. Okay, Susie has mentioned another number. And yeah, if you guys are feeling, another number is coming up for you, feel free to share that another number. Everything is fine. Okay, thank you, Lisa. Okay, Lisa just mentioned her old number. Okay. Thank you so much, Heather, for mentioning another number. And it is interesting that, yeah, I was going to name that number just now. I just saw your text. So, yeah, thank you. So, the chosen number is 69, and the number have been given by Tina and Heather for all of us. So, thank you both of you for choosing a reading for us all. So, let's see what number comes up from, sorry, what reading comes up from page number 69. And yeah, I'm excited to see because two people chose that. So the author says, can you allow yourself to feel what you feel when things don't go the way you want them to? When things don't go the way you hoped and wished for, and the and longed for them to go. So basically, the author is saying that when the things are not going your way, when the things are not going your way, when the things, are not going as you expected, as you wanted, as, you would like, then at that moment, whatever emotion comes up, so if things are not going according to your plan and that brings up fear or frustration or you know worry, or worry may not be may not be an emotion as such. Okay, anxiety. Then can you allow those emotions to be there? Can you allow yourself to feel that instead of trying to um push through your emotions, meaning that I shouldn't be feeling, fearful. I shouldn't be feeling this way. I shouldn't be feeling that way. I shouldn't be sad. I need to be strong, and all of that. So we often try to bypass our emotions using thinking, which is not so great because emotions don't just vanish when you just polish it with a positive thinking coat. This stays there inside because there is an energy, they are energy in motion and they are going to stay there. So, yeah, positive thinking is not going to get rid of them. So, it is important, but it works once we have, processed the emotion. Then that might be a positive thinking, including that might be a very good addition. So, yeah, okay, going back to the reading. Sometimes you experience failed expectations as heartbreak and disappointment, and sometimes you feel rage. Failure or things not working out as you hoped doesn't feel good. We can agree on that. That's for sure. But at the same time, sorry, but at that time, maybe instead of doing the habitual thinking of labeling yourself as a failure or a loser, or thinking there is something wrong with you, you could get curious about what is going on. And really, this is where I think your education will come in handy. If you can just remember the old man and what he said and what he had to say about what is happening, you will remember that you never know where something will lead. Okay, so the what the author was trying to refer to here is a story, which is sometimes called as the maybe yes and maybe no story or things like that. So it is kind of a Tibetan story. Give me a second to see if I can find that. Yeah, okay, here's the story. I'm sure you're going to love this one because I love it. I love it so much, and it is especially helpful. It is very, very helpful when you're going through something, when you have failed at something, or when things are not going your way. Okay. And it is so interesting. Why I laughed is because, up until now, I was just reading it for you, and then it just clicked that that message is also for me because things in my life are not going very well right now. Yeah, since the past 1 whole month, my house has been a chaos, like problem after problem after problem, out of nowhere, in line. So, yeah, I am glad that story came up at the right point, at the right time for me, and I hope it came at the right time for you as well. I'm going to read the story in a second. Let me go through the comment. Heather says, yes, great story. Reminds me things aren't always as they seem. Yeah, I am glad that you're familiar with that story. Yeah, and I'm too. But we forget these pieces of wisdom when we need it the most. And that's what is my motive for these lives is that to rely on my intuition and to use it to help us all remind of the things that we most need to hear, you know, a- at the moment, at this moment, regarding whatever is going on in our life. So yeah. So let's see what reminder wants to come through because I believe that we already know what we need to know. We already know the ultimate truth that we are seeking. We already have whatever we need, whatever we seek. We just need to remember that. So yeah, and that's what this is for. I'm not telling you anything new. I am just reminding you. Okay, Heather says 100. Okay. So, for anyone who don't know the story, I am still going to, share the story. And maybe for Heather and me too, we are going to remind ourselves again. Okay, give me a second. Yeah, okay. So, there is this Tibetan story that takes place in rural Tibet in the 18th or 19th century. And in the story, there is an old couple, a man and a woman. They have two things that are extremely precious to them: their horse and their son. The reason the horse and the son are so precious to them is because they need them to survive and farm the land and to tend to everything that needs to be done. The horse does a lot of work, and the son also does a lot of work. They live in a small village, and their house, this well trained stallion, runs away. So The wife and all the people in the village say, "Oh my God, this is definitely the worst thing that could happen. This is terrible. This is the worst thing," because their horse has ran away, right? And it was one of the most precious thing of that old man and the women. So when the villagers and his own and his wife, says that, "Oh my God, this is terrible. This is the worst thing." Then the old man says, "Maybe yes, maybe no." The very next day, the stallion returns with a mare, like the mayor, not the mayor of the town, but your mayor. That's why he ran away. So he returns with a mare, and now they have two horses. And the wife and all the people in the village say, "Wow, this is the best thing that could have possibly happened. This is such good fortune. Now you have these two horses, and this is amazing. This is so wonderful." And the old man says, "Maybe yes, maybe no." The next day, the son decides that he needs to tame the mare because she is a wild horse. And in trying to tame her, he gets thrown and he breaks his leg. You can imagine what the wife and the rest of the villagers said. "Oh, why us? This is the worst thing that could happen. This is a catastrophe." And you know by now what the old man said. Maybe yes, maybe no. The next day, the army comes and takes away all the able bodied men to fight in the war. The wife and the villagers really haven't still gotten the message. Okay, again. The wife and the villagers really haven't still gotten the message that I'm trying to get through to you. They are still just blown around by outer circumstances. When circumstances goes up, they are overjoyed. When it goes down, they feel their life is over. But the old man says, maybe yes, maybe no. That is as far as the story goes. But you can imagine it going on to infinity. Hmm. So, so whatever happens in your life, bringing that equanimity of that old man to both the good thing happening and the bad thing happening by a simple response that, you know, is this a wonderful thing or is this a bad thing? Maybe yes, maybe no. So I hope that if, you are going through a difficult time or if you failed at something or if things are not going according to your plan, then you can remind yourself of the story you know, and as the saying goes that if the things are not going according to our plan, then it may be going according to someone else's plan. So yeah, maybe, bringing in a little bit trust, and then whatever, and before all of this, before, trying to again bringing the positive thinking and trying to think about the situation differently, before we delve into that, the first thing, then an other important reminder that the author asks us here is, before we just tries to flip the switch of our mind and go into positive thinking or try to see the situation, as to how wonderful it is, um, we also need to first tend to our emotions. So, allowing whatever is coming up in the situation, whether it is, that heartbreak or disappointment, anger, that why does this happen to me, or, whatever the emotion is, just sadness, grief, letting it come, letting yourself feel that, and then caring for yourself, for whatever the emotion is. So if in case you're not familiar with how to be with your emotion, rather, um, because sometimes when I say that feel your emotions or sit with them or allow them to be there, people think that what I'm trying to say is that, or what other, coaches or therapists try to say is that just think about it, think how worse the situation is, think how bad it is. No, feeling the emotion, sitting with the emotion, or all of the other phrases that we use, like emotion processing the emotion and stuff like that, it doesn't mean that we are asking you to think about it. That is not the way to feel, again, because now again your attention is here. With the positive thinking, also, your attention goes here in your thoughts. And we want your attention. Anyone who says that, you need to allow yourself to feel the feelings, to sit with them, to process them, means to connect with your body, to connect with the sensations of it. And yeah, so in case, like, we already have completed 45 minutes or so, but in case you would like to learn about that, then I do have included like a process on how to feel your feelings and stuff like that in two of my courses. So let me, share them here. Give me a second. Yeah. So I have like a lesson in these courses, the end lesson in these courses, which help you understand how you can feel your feelings or be with your emotions or sit with them, or all of that other stuff. So if you want to learn that, then you can, check out this course, and especially the last lesson of it, because in that I have mentioned what I mean by it. And yeah, and let me know if you have saved this one so I can put the another course that, that includes the whole process. So like I'm guiding you through the whole process. So you don't have to be alone with those emotions, the unpleasant ones or the difficult ones. So yeah, let me know if you have saved it or in case you're interested. And then I'm going to put another course here. Okay, sure, Tina. Give me a second. Yeah. So in the final lesson of this course, I have like a guided process that can help you, feel your feelings or sit with them without drowning in them or without getting overwhelmed or, feeling even more miserable, because that is a different thing. Okay, so yeah, you're welcome, Heather and Tina. I am glad that that is helpful. And there is this other course in which you can also find the same, a little bit different, because I have included a lot more other things in this course in the last lesson of this. Um, the name of this course is The Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Mindfulness Meditation. So, in this, the final, lesson is about dealing with difficult emotions. And in that, I have, tried to include all the different um, attitudes of mindfulness, qualities of mindfulness, like the equanimity quality that we talked about, acceptance, compassion, and yeah, and a lot of different qualities are in that. So yeah, so feel free to check that out one, out as well. Okay, so we do have time for one more reading. So, yeah, you guys can let me know. Would you like me to read from the same book or a different one? You can vote in the comment and let me know. And if you guys are enjoying the live, enjoying this, finding this live valuable, then you can, and you feel like supporting me to continue these lives and to put in more time and effort into these, then you can, you can support me by making a donation of whatever amount that you feel called to. And if not, if you're not able to, then that's fine as well. I am, just grateful for your presence. Okay, so people say it's different book, then we are going to go with a different book. Arpit says, Hi Arpit, welcome back. Yes, the example you took of father and daughter climbing up a hill covered all the qualities of mindfulness. Yeah. Thank you, Arpit, for sharing that. So, yeah. So Arpit is another, a great student from my courses. Like he has taken a lot of courses, and he's sharing like a story that I mentioned in that course that I just put up here, the ultimate guides to, the ultimate beginner's guide to mindfulness meditation. And I also like mention a story there that can help you understand what it means to be, accepting, or what it means to like how these different qualities blend into your real life. So yeah, you can like go through the whole course if you find that interesting. Okay. So now we are going to spin the wheel again and choose the final reading for today. Okay, let's see. Hmm. So again, bring to your mind if anything, um, if you think of anything that you need guidance on today. And with that in the mind, we are going to spin the wheel. Mm-hmm. Okay, another wonderful book. So the name of the book that came up for us is Why Has Nobody Told Me This Before? And this book has been written by a psychotherapist who is Dr. Julie Smith. So let's see what this book wants to offer to us. Okay. Hmm. Give me a second to choose the page numbers for you guys. Okay, let's go with this. So I invite you guys to choose a number between 18 to 20. Here you go. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Susie. Hmm. Anyone else who would like to share a number? Hi, Eric. Good morning and welcome. Feel free to choose a number between 18 to 220, whatever number is coming up for you. And we're going to, read the highlighted part from that page number. Hi, Cheryl. Thank you so much for choosing a number and welcome. Okay. So let's see, which number am I feeling called to amongst these? Okay, Eric is asking, what is it with the numbers? I just got on. Okay. So yeah, so whatever number you choose, like you can tune into your intuition and choose a number that is coming up for you. And I'm going to go through all the numbers that you guys mentioned. And based on the number that I feel called to, I am going to open that, that chosen number, page number. So if it is 22, then I'm going to open page number 22 in this page that came up again randomly. And yeah, and I'm going to read the highlighted part from that page. So as I was reading these books, I, highlighted certain sections that I found insightful or certain practices that I found transformative. Okay. So yeah, we have a number by Erica as well. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the number that I am feeling called to is 95. And the number has been chosen by Susie for all of us. Thank you, Susie. And I want to let you know that whoever number I chooses, that doesn't matter so much because they are just another source of wisdom. And since you're here, then you were meant to receive that message. Okay, so it is for all of us. Okay, you were also feeling called to that number. Wonderful. I am so glad. Okay, so let's go with page number 95 and let's see what wants to come through from this page. Okay, so why am I laughing? Is because we just talked about emotions, and the heading of this chapter is What to Do with Emotions. Wonderful alignment. Okay, so the heading for this is See Emotions for What They Are. Seeing emotions for what they are is key to being able to process them in a healthy way. You are not your feelings, and your feelings are not who you are. The sensations of an emotion is an experience that moves through you. Each emotion can offer you information, but not necessarily the whole story. If there is something if there is something emotions are pretty useful for, it's telling you what you need. When we allow ourselves to feel emotions without blocking it out or pushing it away, we can turn toward it with curiosity and learn. Discovering what we need is even more valuable if we then use that information to do what is necessary and meet those needs. I think it is always useful to start with the physical as okay, sorry, yeah. Once we start taking care of the body we live in, we are already well on the way to being able to work on the rest. Okay. So, what the author is trying to do here is that, and it kind of summarizes the whole process that I guide you through, is that, you know, firstly, the emotions are not bad, A particular emotion may be unpleasant, but an emotion is not positive or negative. Based on how you feel it, it might be pleasant or unpleasant, but it is not a bad, it is not bad because every emotion carries information. For example, Certain people, and especially in spirituality, it is considered that anger is bad. Anger is a bad emotion. We should not feel angry. But anger is a useful emotion. Anger is conveying to us that a boundary of ours has been crossed. You know, injustice has happened of some sort. So all these different emotions convey a different information for us. And the most important part of that information is to understand what need of ours are they trying to pull our attention to. And when the author says to take care of our body first, is because the author says that take care of your basic needs first. So whenever you start to feel irritated, or whenever you start to feel sad, or whatever the other emotion is for you, try to notice, are my basic needs met right now? As in, am I fed? So am I hungry? Because hungry can often turn into hungry. And now we also have anger associated with it because, hmm, yeah, because that need of ours is not getting met. So consider all of these basic needs, like, did I got enough food? Did I got enough water in me? Did I got enough sleep? Did I got enough movement in my body? And what else is our basic need? Let me see if she mentioned anything. Yeah. So like the basic needs. So first of all, bring your focus to these needs, because some of the times these needs of ours are not met, and that's why we are feeling all of these difficult emotions. So if they are not met, then try to meet them first. And this way, the whatever signal your body was trying to get to you, you caught onto that signal, and you fulfilled your need, so that emotion might dissipates on its own. And if it was a different need other than this one, then you need to find that and work upon that. And then the emotion will automatically fade away, or at least the intensity would lighten a lot once that need of yours is met. And you can also include, or maybe in the need itself, the need might itself be to, help you feel like to feel less of distress, or to feel less activated or something like that. So you can think of things to do that. You can use like regulation techniques. Now the regulation techniques fit. So once you have sit with the emotion, maybe even talk to it, which is completely normal. So yeah, understand it, understand with that, talk to that part that is feeling angry or that is feeling sad, and understand what it needs and stuff like that. So go through that whole process, and then use a regulation technique, or in between while you were trying to sit with your feelings, if you start to feel overwhelmed, then you need to use regulation techniques, those nervous system regulation techniques and stuff like that. So thank you so much, Sandra, for this kind gift. I am so grateful to receive it. And I'm so touched that something from this live, you know, make it to your heart and it was helpful for you in some manner. So yeah, thank you so much for supporting me and allowing me to continue, more of these lives and more of my other free offerings. It really helps. So yeah, thank you so much. And I hope that this love and abundance energy that you're sharing with me, it ripples out and, you know, come back to you and touches your life, different areas of your life, and they blossom. Okay. So, yeah, I was talking about, yeah, regulation techniques. So most people, the wrong way to use regulation techniques is to again suppress the emotion that I don't want to feel this way, or I shouldn't feel this way. So I'm going to use a regulation technique like breathing exercise, like this, like that. There are a lot of regulation techniques and a different kind as well. And they're wonderful. Again, as I said, the the thinking, the positive thinking, or trying to change your thoughts is again helpful, but at the right time, at the right place in the process. So, you can use all of these different regulation techniques to then meet your need, because one of your need might be to feel less activated or less restless or something, not maybe not like feel, but uh, to shift that what I just spoke, yeah, to feel more of lightness, to feel more of this rather than trying to suppress a certain thing. Yeah, and if you would like to learn about regulation techniques, then I do have like a resource for you guys. Let me put one of it here, and the other ones I'm going to share with you. Give me a second. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. So, so in case you would like to learn some regulation techniques like that, therapists recommend their clients or coaches recommend their clients and stuff like that, then where you can find this and all of my like other techniques is you can go to my profile, okay? And when you scroll all the way down, yeah, you will see a self-soothing technique playlist here. So in this, I have included like all the techniques, like a lot of techniques to help you, to regulate your nervous system, whether whatever, response is activated, whether it is a flight response, fight response, freeze response, and stuff like that. So, you can check out the self-soothing techniques playlist and see which techniques resonates with you more, and you can either choose to practice that one or just try to experiment one by one. you know in a week try one technique, and another week try another technique to see which one resonates with you more and is more helpful for you. And yeah, and if you find one particular technique, then just keep that and practice that whenever you need some regulation. um yeah, and I think I already like I always find it helpful to have some guidance when I am in distress. So I listen to other teachers' track, or especially like if I wake up from a nightmare and once I have done all of the work, then I would like to feel regulated. Then I play some other teacher's track, and I would like some guidance because it helps me feel safe as I try to stay regulated or get regulated. So yeah, if you are interested, you can check that out. Okay. So it seems like, we have reached the end of this live, but I do have like few announcements to make. All and also, I and I offer a gift to all the women who attend my live till the end. So yeah, I'm going to reveal that after I make some announcements. So if you're interested in that, you can, stay. And also, if you are a first timer, I would love for you to stay and, just stay for like 5 more minutes so I can share with you all the resources that I have for you. And you can then, judge for yourself that would you be interested or not. Okay. So, firstly, the first thing is that this whole live is getting recorded. So, in case you would like to, check out the meditation that we did maybe at the start, which is going to be especially helpful, and which was also especially helpful to work with resentment for someone here. And yeah, and if you are just irritated by someone in your day, then you can, use that meditation. And and if not today's live, and if you would like to check previous lives, then yeah, you can access the replays here. Let me show you guys. So you can go to my profile and go to about section here and scroll all the way down. And here you will see a playlist, sorry, a link. So when you click on the link tree, you will see like a wheel of wisdom replay written there. Let me show you so it is easier for you to navigate. Yeah. So you will see something like this here, Wheel of Wisdom replays. So I have like included a playlist of all the lives that I've done up until now. And this is the 81st live today. So yeah, and why I created a playlist is because I have something in my mind. And that was to help you develop a connection with your intuition. So if you're going through something in your life and you would like some guidance, but I am not live, then you can go to that playlist and, yeah, and choose a number between 1 to 81. And whatever number comes up for you, just watch that video knowing that that is the message that wanted to reach you. But yeah, although it does take like 1 hour for the video to be uploaded on my channel. So until then, what you can do is that you can, if you want immediate access to the things that we discussed here or to the readings that we did more specifically, then I do have a group on Insight Timer. Let me type it for you guys. Yeah. So this is like my little community on Insight Timer. And yeah, so what I do is, here is that after each live, I like post a summary of that live. So it includes the type of meditation that we did, it includes the name of the books that we read, and the readings that we did. So some people like instead of just hearing, they like to read it. So and sometimes people miss, a certain live. So I try to, I post a summary after each live, and so you can, get the most out of it and not miss out on anything. And I also upload, like, I also post any new uploads there, like any updates there. Like if a new track of mine is getting released, because because a new track of mine is coming like each week, as we have recorded around 86 meditations or something in these lives, and now I am releasing them one by one on Insight Timer as a free track, so it is accessible for everyone. So yeah, they are getting released, and I update that whenever they get released. I update that in the group. But if you don't like, if you are not interested in, joining the group, then that's okay as well. You can just simply follow me to get notified about, the next track that gets released, or like a new live event that is getting published. So yeah, and and on that note, I also, you might see, the next live here on your screen. And I am so excited to tell you guys that on 19th, I am going to complete like 1 year of doing lives on Insight Timer. So yeah, last year I started on 19th July randomly, and we are going to complete 1 year of us doing lives. Susie says, yay. Yeah, I am super excited. And I also have like a different, format for this live planned. Or maybe just an edition. Let's see. Yeah. Still in planning stage. But yeah, I hope to see all of you there celebrating with me and receiving more wisdom and just having more fun. Let's see. Arpit says heartiest congratulations to you. Thank you, Arpit. Thank you, Michelle. Arpit says you were so nervous back then. Yeah, I was. I was so very nervous on that, especially on that first day. uh, it has been a long way, and it is a long way to go. But yeah, I do remember that version of me. Okay, Lisa is happy. Susie says I will be there. Thank you, Susie. I would be looking forward to have you there. Um, yeah, okay. And so I didn't mention like from where you guys can, access the group Wonderful Beings. So let me like mention that as well. Yeah. So you guys can either search for it on Insight Timer search box and go to group section, or you can go to my profile and search all the way down By the way, these are the new tracks that got released in like this one today and this one yesterday. Yeah, this week a lot more tracks are coming out. Like each day one track is coming out. So the latest one is Pause, Breathe, and Be Here. And then we have like the last track or the second last track from this chakra series that I've like put up as a playlist. Again, both of these meditations are recorded from this live. So yeah, this one is Balance Your Crown Chakra for enlightenment, unity, and liberation. Because this chakra is associated with connection, divine connection, and everything. So yeah, like you have all of these chakras. So yeah, so I was telling you about the group. And like yeah, so we have like all these playlists that I try to arrange all of my content in form of playlists so it is easier for you guys to navigate. So yeah, we have this Balance and Heal 7 chakras playlist. Sorry. Yeah. So we have like all the 7 chakras have been published, but there is going to be one more track that is going to be published on next Wednesday, which is about balancing all your chakras. So it is going to be one track for all the chakras. And I'm also releasing, like, I'm also putting up all the meditations from this series in this playlist, Wheel of Wisdom Meditations, in case you want an easy access. So, yeah, you can just check out the content and everything on my profile. So, when you scroll all the way down, you will see here, Wonderful Beings. So, you can join the group from here. I would love to have you as a part of that group and stay connected and, yeah, updated and everything. Katie says, congratulations. Thank you, Katie. Yeah, I would, love to see all of you in that live day after tomorrow. Okay, let's see. Hmm. Now it's time for the announcement of the gift that I offered to all women. Okay. So, so the gift that I offer to all the women who attend my live and stay till the end is a complimentary session with me. So, if you would like a free 1 hour coaching session with me, then you can message me on Insight Timer, and I would absolutely love to support you in your journey. Um, um, Cheryl says, wow, Arpit says unfair to men. Yeah, I only work one-on-one with women, but yeah, if you are not a woman, if you are a man or belong to LGBTQIA plus community and everything, then you can just, check out my other content on Insight Timer. Like I have 7 courses on Insight Timer related to mindfulness, the different qualities of mindfulness like acceptance, beginner's mind, curiosity, non-striving, and stuff like that. And also course related to identifying your thoughts or working on your negative thoughts, overcoming them, or limiting beliefs, so stuff like that. And yeah, a lot of other content as well. So you can check that out. Um, yeah. So yeah, that's what I have to offer. Like that is open to everyone. Hmm. Um, Cheryl is sharing a heart. Yeah, so in case, so if you're interested, what you can do is that you can message me here. So you can go to my profile. If you're already following me, you would see the follow button becomes a donate button, and above it, 3 dots appear. Click on the 3 dots. Yeah, click on those 3 dots, and you will see a message teacher option. So you can, message me that Anisha, I am interested in that session, and I would absolutely be honored to guide you on that journey. And if you're considering whether to invest your time and energy in that, because that's all I'm asking for, then what you can do, then, what I can promise you is that you are going to leave that session with at least one powerful insight, because that has happened with every single woman that I've worked with so far. Yeah, and I I like kind of started doing this in I think around February, around Valentine's week, and I just felt so fulfilled, you know, doing this. So, Yeah, I want to continue that for as long as I can. Okay, so yeah, this is the end of this live. If you found this live valuable, if you enjoyed this live, and if you would like to support my work, then you can, make a donation. Let me see, of whatever amount that you feel called to, that you are able to. There is always no pressure. Yeah, and your donation always helped me to continue doing these lives. They are the one that helped me came, apart from your love and all of this, encouragement. Because again, yeah, I was so nervous at the start, but I kind of now love doing these lives. I miss them when I'm not able to do them. Yeah, so I really, really appreciate all of you, and I'm grateful for all of you. Just your presence, even if you are not able to interact. And yeah, and know that uh, that your donations are going to go towards that, towards more of these offerings, whether it is in the form of a live event, whether it is in the form of like the free tracks that I publish on Inside Timer. Like all I already have around 42 or 44 free tracks on Inside Timer, which you're welcome to check out, and I have like 80 or something more to add. And yeah, and also these donations goes to help me continue these complimentary session that I offer. So yeah. Okay, let's see, there are some comments. Katie says the time difference, it's about 10 a.m. here. Yeah, okay, Arpit has mentioned the time for Katie. Hmm. Katie says, Anisha, I still have to use my gift from you. Yeah, sure, I am I think talked to you. Maybe, yeah, we can catch up in the message and you can let me know what you would like to work upon and stuff, and we can schedule a session. Yeah, since this offer is open to all the women out there. Sandra is, sending some beautiful stars our way. Michelle says thank you. Katie says just have to plan time. Yes, we did check in. Okay, wonderful. Yeah. So this is the end of this live. Thank you so much, all, for your presence, for your beautiful comments, for the beautiful, beautiful hearts. And and especially thank you, Sandra, for your kind donation. I so appreciate your support. I bow down to the divine within you all. Namaste. Bye bye. I will see you day after tomorrow in the celebration of our 1 year live, completing 1 year of doing lives on Inside Timer. So, yeah, we'll see you there. Bye bye. Take care.